Deleting social media can make you feel better. And worse. That's not a contradiction. That's the point. Research shows short breaks can lower stress and improve well-being for a lot of people. But randomized studies also find that quitting can raise loneliness and drop life satisfaction for some, especially if those apps were their main social lifeline. So when someone says, just delete it, you'll be happier, that's not advice. That's a guess. Let's break down the psychology that decides which way your brain goes and why two people can quit the same app and get opposite results. Have you ever noticed your mood can dip before you even sit up, just because you saw someone living a life you don't have? You open the app, still half awake. Thumb moves on its own, and it's 3 posts in a row. A beach you can't name, a job title that sounds clean and sharp, a body that looks like it never met bread. And your brain starts doing math you didn't ask for. Who's ahead? Who's behind? What you should have done by now. It feels like a quick glance, but it lands like a verdict. Most people call it jealousy, like you're petty, like you're mad at someone for winning. But psychologists call this social comparison theory, and it's way colder than jealousy. It's your mind trying to place you in a social map fast, using scraps. A smile, a caption, a lighting trick, a big news post with no details. Think about what that actually means. You're comparing your whole messy day to their best 2 seconds. You're comparing your kitchen sink to their highlight reel. You're comparing your Monday brain fog to a photo that took 20 tries and a filter. That's not a fair matchup, but your brain treats it like it is, because your brain doesn't care about fairness. It cares about rank. Rank used to mean safety, food, friends, a spot in the group. So your system takes one look at a perfect life and it asks one blunt question. Where do I stand? This is where the body part kicks in. Upward comparison, when you look at someone you think is doing better, can flip on stress. Not a tiger in the bush threat, a status threat. A small drop in your sense of worth that your nervous system reads like danger. You feel it as tight shoulders, a little heat in your face, that weird urge to fix your life in the next 10 minutes. You weren't in a crisis. Then you saw a photo. Now your body is acting like you're falling behind. And the app isn't just showing you people. It's showing you what gets rewarded, what gets likes, what gets comments, what gets the "you look amazing" reactions. So you're not only watching lives, you're watching a scoreboard. Mirror neurons pick up the vibe. That's a brain system that helps you copy what you see without thinking about it. You start holding the phone at the same angle. You start making the same calm face. You start posting the same "I'm grateful" line, even when you don't feel grateful at all. Then it turns into image work. Quiet, constant image work. You don't post what's true. You post what won't lower your rank, what won't make you look needy, what won't make you look like you're stuck. Psychologists call this self-presentation pressure. It's the mental cost of managing how you come off all day, even when nobody asked. And it burns energy in a sneaky way, like leaving a faucet on in another room. You don't hear it, but your brain pays the bill. You second-guess a photo. You rewrite a caption. You check who watched your story. You wonder why one post did worse than the last one. So when someone deletes the app, it can look like they're opting out of people, like they can't handle it, like they're going off-grid. But here's the thing, they're not opting out of friends. They're opting out of the ranking system. That's the payoff. Social comparison theory is your brain's fast-ranking tool. And when you see someone else's vacation photo, your brain reads it as a status signal. Then your body reacts like you're slipping, even if nothing in your real life changed. But comparison isn't even the strongest hook. The stronger hook is the part that makes you check again and again. There is something different about the people who can't just use it less. Most assume it's weak will, like you just need to grow up and put the phone down. But it's not willpower, it's the schedule of rewards. Think about it. You post, you wait, you check, you refresh. Sometimes it's a like from a random coworker. Sometimes it's nothing, and that nothing feels loud. Sometimes it's a comment from the one person you actually care about, the one who can change your mood with 8 words. And that is the hook. The reward shows up on no set plan. Psychologists call this variable ratio reinforcement. It means you get paid out at random, so your brain keeps trying one more time, because the next pull could be the good one. That's why the like button acts like a slot machine. It isn't the reward, it's the maybe. Your brain hates maybe, so it tries to close the loop. You tell yourself you're just checking messages, but your thumb knows exactly where the heart icon lives. You open the app for 2 seconds and come out 8 minutes later with nothing you meant to see. And it doesn't only train behavior, it trains attention. Every time you resist the urge to check, you spend executive function. That's the brain system that helps you stay on task, hold a plan, and say no to impulses. So you're writing an email, reading a page, talking to someone, and a piece of your mind is still hovering over the phone like a hand over a stove. That's why you can feel tired after doing basically nothing. You didn't run, you didn't lift, but you spent the day pulling your focus back like a leash, over and over. Research also shows that frequent checking, like more than 15 times a day, can raise your brain's sensitivity to social rewards and social punishment. So the like hits a bit harder. The silence stings a bit more. The whole thing starts to feel less like an app and more like a mood control panel. Now let's talk about what happens when you cut it off. Not forever, just a week. Day 1 is weird. You go to unlock your phone and your hand still reaches for the same spot. You catch yourself doing it while you're waiting for coffee, while you're in the bathroom, while you're walking from one room to another for no reason. Your brain expects a hit. Not because you're broken, because you trained it. Then, usually the noise drops. Fewer tiny social pings, less background scanning. You stop thinking, did they reply? Every 5 minutes. You get these longer stretches where you're just in one thought at a time. That's cognitive clarity. It's not magic. It's your attention healing when it's not getting chopped into confetti all day. People notice it in simple ways. You read 10 pages and don't feel the itch. You watch a show and don't pick up the phone during every slow part. You start a task and finish it without that phantom buzz feeling. Research shows short abstinence can lower perceived stress, and some studies find drops in anxiety and depression plus improved well-being after about a week off certain apps. Longer breaks, like 2 weeks, have also been linked to less body image dissatisfaction, which makes sense because you're not feeding your eyes a steady stream of filtered bodies.